Welcome to the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee. And today we have with us Nyzia Easterling of Saving Grace Ministries. Welcome. Now, there's a very interesting story, a very personal story that brought you to Saving Grace Ministries. Would you care to share it with us?
Sure. What brought me to Saving Grace Ministries was me becoming a widow. Living in the streets of Kansas, and been a lot of murder and crime in the city. And one evening, my husband was exposed to work establishment, which is American Legion. He was gunned down. Shot 18 times and left 30 bullet holes. The aftermath of that, of trying to heal and then go through the grieving process, there was a lacking in resources in the city in which we lived. At that time, we was raising one child, and she needed a lot of different resources. One, because we actually rode up on a transit, so her witnessing and seeing a lot was for a 10-year-old at the time. It was a lot for her.
It's got to be the past and devastating.
So I had to find counseling. I had to find all kinds of extracurricular activities to resolve the nightmares and the questions and things like that. And in the city, there was nothing as far as resources to help us through this process. So it caused me to have to reach out to many other counties and many other programs outside of the city of Kansas. And so when I came through the grieving process for myself, I decided that I wanted to be able to be, one, a light in a dark place, but also a help to more parents that had to go through what I went through at that time. And try to offer the resources or be able to connect them as far as referrals and other things to help them along the way, because I knew how hard it was for myself to be able to come around from the trauma of that happened.
And that's always a difficult situation, and that you were able to turn it into something positive is fantastic. About how bad is the situation? You mentioned Camden. I know the police have been working very hard to cut down on the murder rate, but how many young people are affected by something like this?
Well, right now we're in our late 20s as far as number right now, and it's only July. As far as murders this year, it's very bad. And sometimes in the media, it seems like they want to portray that it's getting better, but it's not. We have a lot of younger people that are dying in Kansas, teenagers, which a lot of them are already parents and leaving a lot of parentless children. So at this time, I serviced about 316 children, and it's not even a half of the children who left parentless there in the city. Seeing their bodies or seeing these gunshots go down or these situations happen is becoming norm for the children there, and the trauma still remains. There is no type of services still that helps the children to go through these type of traumatic things that they're going through every day. So because it's getting worse, the murders are still climbing, and each and every one of our murder victims, probably besides maybe one, which was Nick Plummer, who was 13, besides him, are leaving children behind. And a lot of times it's multiple in the home. So it's scary.
It sounds that way, and we need to come up on a quick break, and when we come back we'll talk about what your nonprofit is doing and some of the issues that these children are dealing with.
Sure.
So we have to break for a few minutes of commercials, come back, and we'll continue our conversation on the nonprofit segment of Morning Coffee.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When I was injured, I couldn't play basketball for my entire sophomore year.
After years of wear and tear, I knew something was seriously wrong with Deja's knee when the swelling wouldn't go down.
Young athletes are still growing. They need specialized care only available here at Dayton Children's.
I wanted the best care for Deja because I wanted her to return to the things that she loves to do, and that's basketball.
At Dayton Children's Sports Medicine, we're treating tomorrow's champions.
Right care.
Right now.
Right here.
Dayton Children's.
Just right for kids.
Welcome back. This is our Weissman with the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee, and today we have Nyzia Easterling of the Saving Grace Ministry. And when we went to break, we were talking about what the situation is like for many of these kids and what they're facing. And you talked about the trauma, and I know for me, I was at a meeting in Camden with some social service workers, and they said even though the kids see all the violence on TV and what have you, it's actually in person much worse. Yeah. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Well, the trauma is more reality for them now instead of something they see on TV. And it causes them to derail in their behavior, lack in studies in school. It causes them to have the nightmares and to build the anger. So they need the anger management and other things that come with that, because the trauma is now real. It's something that they living with as a part of life there in Camden.
So we have the murders, and you said we're up in the upper 20s right now, and
yes.
We're not even halfway through the year.
No.
and I know the police have been trying to get that rate down, but what's causing all of this?
I really believe that what's causing all of it is the lack of parental support, the lack of rearing as far as having people to back the young people and having people to look up to. A lot of our children now are parentless. Their parents have been murdered or incarcerated. And these type of children don't have people behind them like mentors and life coaches and people to reel them in the right direction. So that's something we try to do, is partner them with good people to help them to stay focused in the right path. So a lot of times they glorify what's on TV, and also they looking to, you know, just live in this type of environment. So they join different gangs. Some of them they grab hold of different addictions, and then some of them are just so angry that they choose the wrong behavior. So it kind of derails them that way. But sadly, so many different ways they go, and they don't be in the right direction because of the pain that they're going through that's not being dealt with. No one is getting to the root of the issue of how they really feel.
You also made a remark, and it goes back to this about not having parents, is that some of these youngsters are youngsters themselves when they have children.
Absolutely. You have parents who are teenagers, and the grandparents are early young adults, and then you have grandparents that are the age that our parents were on when they had us. So it does play a big difference as far as being able to share that wisdom with the children that's coming behind. And like for our program, we're right now at a quota of 316 children. That's parentless, and that's not half of the children in the city who lost their parents, but that's those who participate in the program.
Wow.
So you have that amount of children with no parent, that some are with grandparents, some are in the DIFAS, some are with different other agencies, and then some are still in the homes with young parents who didn't have that rearing. So it stems to a lot of major different problems from that.
So essentially what I'm hearing, besides not having a parent, even those who have parents who don't know how to be parents.
Yes. That's one of the main issues, that you have some parents who don't know how to be parents, and they're doing the best that they can with what they know how. I have parents who can't read, who can't write. I have parents who can do that, but they work very hard to take care of their children, so the children are latchkey kids, and they're kind of raising themselves. Because the other parent has been murdered or the other parent is incarcerated, then it leaves that single parent to have to try to raise their children, so they're working all the time, and so the children are raising themselves.
One of the things that you've mentioned a couple times is you try to provide mentoring. Can you tell us about what you're doing in your programs?
Sure. Well, what we do is 3 times a week we do tutoring for school at the Camden Free Library. So we tutor 3 times a week. We offer counseling also there, like once a week. We have group therapy with all the children once a month. Every last Thursday of the month we have group therapy. We do a lot of therapeutic activities as far as like different nights, fun nights, therapeutic activities. We do that. We have big trips once a quarter. We do school uniforms. We do Christmas. We do any day parties for birthdays once a quarter. So we try to do a lot with the young people to make sure that they're, one, therapeutically healing, as well as knowing that they're just loved and that there's good people in the community who really do care, not just everybody look at them as a statistic.
You talk about therapy, and we've talked about a very traumatic type of event, seeing a parent or a loved one murdered. What's involved in the therapy?
Well, the therapy is really intense for some and light for others, because every child grieves differently. You know, we have younger children, and this year I believe I have the most infants I've ever had, but we have a lot of younger children come in, so we deal with the trauma where they are. So they have individual counseling, they have family counseling, and therapeutic activities can go from clay therapy to water therapy to all different types of therapy, whatever we feel as though is best for that child or that need. We do our therapy sessions according to age and need. So.
Okay. Now, I've got to believe you've got trained social workers that work with you?
Yes, we have partner trained social workers who volunteer. All our staff are volunteers right now. No one is paid employees. So we have a lot of social workers, a lot of counselors, grief counselors, that have been certified in grief bereavement. We also have a lot of parent volunteers, grandparent volunteers who also play a part in our like events as far as our fundraisers and our daily events as well. We have a lot of pastoral help, different pastors from different churches, different denominations, different religions, because we don't discriminate on anyone. But what we do is we make sure that our children know that to start with prayer in anything that they do. So we try to invite different religious affiliations and to play a part in that.
So that they're exposed to not just one type of religion, but multiples. And from there, you mentioned doing events with the children. What do you find the children need most when they come into your program?
The major thing I see the most is love. They like the hugs, and they like for someone just to listen. They want that ear. So I think that's the most important thing, and we try to have our events to address their needs. Like this year, we had a lot of young ladies who were going into sex trafficking to make money, or they were joining gangs and they had to do things sexually. And so this year was our first year. We actually had a purity party in the beginning of the year, and it double exceeded our expectations of how many came out. But they had a very good time, and they were open to talk about why they were choosing their decisions they were making and how they could not continue to defile themselves, but how they can be beautiful inside and out. And so that's what made us do the purity party. So we have different things where the children start talking about it and they want help with it, then we'll do fun things to address that need. So that was one of the things we did this year.
Now, this is the second time you mentioned gangs. How much of a role do they play in the issues that you're addressing?
For my teenage, especially my teenage boys, and now the girls are being really prevalent, it's a major role now, because it's something like follow the leader in a lot of the school systems. A lot of the kids are following the other children in school, but it does play a major role in our children, because our children are parentless. So when they parentless, there's less things that they get like other children would get, or do like other children would do. So they're joining the gangs to get the money, or to, be able to feel like they're loved and to have that family atmosphere that they falsely give them.
That feeling of belonging.
Right.
Yeah, and that is a major issue for young people, is to feel that they're cared for, that they're part of a group, somebody has their back, essentially. So how do we break this chain? How are you breaking this chain?
Well, the way that I would say that we're trying to break the chain is, one, keep God present. Whichever way that you believe in Him, keep Him present. Make sure you pray and know that there is a higher being. That's what we try to teach the young people. Also, to address the need of them wanting to be loved. Be there for them. Be their ear, their eye, whatever they need. Also, some of the things that they lack, such as clean clothes or clean uniforms, sometimes food in the home, I let them call anytime. It could be 24 hours a day. If you're hungry, you call us. If your family don't have any food you need, we'll do that as well. If you need one-on-one in school, we'll even go into the classroom with the young people. We have a staff assigned to you. We'll go into the school, we'll sit down, we'll partner with the teacher, we'll be your one-on-one. Whatever we need to do to make sure that you know that you are supported and that you can succeed in the midst of the fact that you had to go through the trauma.
Well, we have to take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the activities you do. I know you mentioned just going to the classroom, but you also try and get the kids out for some fun events. So this is the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee. We need to take a quick commercial break. Please join us when we come back.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at alicia@whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back. This is Ira Weissman with the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee, and today we're talking with Nyzia Easterling of Saving Grace Ministries, and we've been talking about the issues around young people seeing their parents murdered, seeing their siblings murdered, and what Nyzia and her group has been trying to do to help these children. One of the things you mentioned previously was you try and take the young people out to do different things, just to get them away from the trauma of what they've seen.
Yeah.
And can you tell us some of those activities?
Well, some of the activities that we do is we take them to Baltimore Harbor. We visit the Black Wax Museum and try to teach them some of their history. We actually take them to, it's called the Flying W, not far from here, and we do splash parties, we do skating parties and bowling parties, sleepovers, many different things so that they can still have fun with it. There's another nonprofit called One Simple Wish who will actually bring us any day parties, and they provide everything, and they bring toys and food and things for the kids in the city. So we try to engage them in many activities. We have a big activity that we do every year called the Amazing Race of Camden, and we split up in teams, different nonprofits in the city, churches, groups. They have a team, and we all meet at Stanley Park, and everyone is given a charge card, and they have to go to that place in the city and have to do it on that card. From cleaning street blocks to paint over graffiti to anonymously paying for groceries to visiting elderly and taking them fruit baskets or flowers or different things. So we do amazing acts of kindness all over the city, and then we come back and we have a full free fun day for the children, and it's always August 28th of every year, the same day every year. So that's our next big event. We do have a pool party this month at the Flying W, but then that's our next big event because we do that every year, the same thing.
Okay. Now you also hold holiday parties for the kids too.
Yes, we do. We have something called a wish party. At one of their group therapies, they actually write a story about themselves, how they feel about the tragedies in which they encountered, and they put their picture on it, and on the other side, they write what they wish for Christmas. And we get different businesses and different people, you know, it could be random people, different people to adopt a card or 2 cards or whatever, how many cards you want to adopt. And then we have a big wish party where they can come meet the child that they sponsored, and they exchange their gifts at that time.
Okay. That's great. And we're still coming back to the same issue, which is trying to make these young people feel better, helping them put their lives back together. What kind of successes have you seen?
I've seen major successes in many children. I had one young man in a program who, if you go on the website, you'll see the story. His father actually shot himself and shot the mom in front of the child. Mother survived, father did not. Had a hard time in school, had a hard time just coping socially after that. And we were able to partner with the mother in the schools and go into the schools and make different agreements with him and his teachers and principals, and his turnaround is great. His grades is up, he's doing wonderful in school, much more social, and can enjoy life. So when you see the turnaround like that, you know it's worth what you're doing. So that's what keeps us motivated to continue to help each and every child. So that's one of the things that we have been doing with the children.
Now, you've mentioned the once a month counseling or therapy sessions, etc. Is everything based out of the library, or do you work with different organizations?
I work with different organizations. I work with the Zion House. I work with Camden Teen Pageant. I work with the Nehemiah Group. I work with different people. Anybody, Nubian Prophets. Gwendolyn Cook with the Women's Mentorship. I partner with everybody. Most of the time, our counseling sessions are out of the library. It's a central place. It's a free space. We right now are going through a building fund to purchase a building in the city. But right now, I've been working from the community centers and the library so that I can make sure I target and get all the children. So we just make a schedule where we're going to be.
And the ages of the children that you're working with, is there any lower or upper limit, or
it goes from infant to 21 as long as you're in school. If you're not going to continue your education after 18, then I'll refer them to a different program. But if they are willing to stay in school, as long as they're in college, we help get them scholarships or money to continue school and stay till they're 21.
All right. And with all the things that you're doing for the young people, obviously you said they're all volunteers that you're working with. Where are the volunteers coming from? Are they from in the city or out of the city?
Both. I have some volunteers that are out of the city, but the majority of them are in the city. Some have either experienced trauma at one point in time and want to give back. Some are parents or guardians of some of the children. some are from different local churches or even from my church. I have a lot of help from people from my church. So they from in and out the city. I did start a chapter over in Philadelphia, in North Philadelphia, and my assistant director, Nika, she actually runs the Philadelphia side. So we did start a chapter over that side as well, which is volunteers.
And how many young people are they serving over there?
Over there is brand new, so we only have about maybe 20-something children.
And hopefully we can keep it low, but
yeah, unfortunately,
with the news reports, it's almost daily. It's more than a daily. It's multiple.
Right.
All
I mean,
right.
you have some children who aren't there, whose parents die, you know, but the parents who want better for their children, or guardians or grandparents, they make sure that they bring them in. You have those parents who are always there, bring the kids to everything, and you have some that you have to go and kind of pull in because they don't have that same support system.
That's a shame. Believe it or not, we have to take another commercial break.
Okay.
So, this is Ira Weissman with the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee. We need to take a quick commercial break. Please come back in a couple minutes and we'll finish our conversation with Nyzia, and we'll see you then.
Today's show is sponsored by Hargrove Demolition, your demolition experts. Hargrove is a family-owned and operated business right here in the southern New Jersey area, bringing you 45 years of demolition expertise. Hargrove has all your demolition needs, from emergency demolition service to demolition equipment rental. Hargrove is one of the state-approved recycling facilities right here in the southern New Jersey area. No job is too big or too small for Hargrove Demolition. Contact them today at one of their 3 locations.
When I was injured, I couldn't play basketball for my entire sophomore year.
After years of wear and tear, I knew something was seriously wrong with Deja's knee when the swelling wouldn't go down.
Young athletes are still growing. They need specialized care only available here at Dayton Children's.
I wanted the best care for Deja because I wanted her to return to the things that she loves to do, and that's basketball.
At Dayton Children's Sports Medicine, we're treating tomorrow's champions.
Right care.
Right now.
Right here.
Dayton Children's.
Just right for kids.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Welcome welcome back. This is our Weissman with the nonprofit chat segment of Morning Coffee. We've been talking with Nyzia Easterling of Saving Grace Ministries, and we've been talking about all the different activities that you do, everything from parties for the kids to taking them on trips to providing counseling. That's got to be a major drain on resources, and you need a lot of help. So what kind of help do you need?
We need help from all angles. But yes, the resources are low. So you fight for it. The higher the number gets, the smaller your resources become. So we do need volunteers sometimes for our major events. We need funding a lot. We're trying to buy a building, so we're doing the building fund at this time. Also, like I said, we have a major event coming up August 28th. So
and that event is?
Amazing Race. That's the Amazing Race, where we do amazing acts of kindness all over the city. We come back and have a free fun day. So we look for backpacks, school supplies, food, anything anybody want to donate with, cases of water, anything they want to donate. We do collaborate with other partnering people to do so. In fact, there was a meeting today with Can Do and Rising Leaders and the other partners I had said, so that we can kind of work together to make sure all the children have what they need to start school for September or August for some of our charter schools. So funding is definitely a need. Our children that's in our program specifically, it costs for me to have these certified counselors come in. It costs for the supplies that we use, from paper to pens to whatever the case is. It costs for everything. As far as their uniforms, or some of the uniforms are very expensive because some of the children are in the charter schools that's up there now, and one shirt could cost $30, so which they're not used to. So we need funding all the time. You can donate on our website. It's www.savinggraceministry.com. We do have a P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 3433, Camden, New Jersey, 08101, for Saving Grace Ministries. We do, on our website, different links you can click in to do that. We have a crowd rise that's going down for our building fund, which is crowdrise.com. They can go on crowdrise and hit Saving Grace.
Okay. Again, what is that, your website address again?
It's www.savinggraceministry.com.
Okay. Now, if a young person has had that traumatic event to see a parent or loved one killed, how do they reach out to you?
Even if they didn't see it, even if they just experienced it, they can always call our 1-800 number. It's 1-866-240-2402.
Okay.
1-866-280-2402. That's 1-866-280-2402. They can call in and they can join all year round. We do have an open registration at the Amazing Race on August the 28th. We'll have tables out there, people registering, new children. But they can call at any time, and we'll accept them into the program. We do home visits, and we'll come out and assess the need of that child.
Thank you so very much for coming on. I'm sorry that we've had to talk about this subject, but it's something that people need to be aware of.
Yes, a reality.
This is Ira Weissman. If you need help with your nonprofit, with strategic planning, putting metrics in place, or succession planning, please feel free to reach out to me. My website is www.idea-innovations.com. Thank you very much and have a great day. Goodbye.